we go back again to the steps. The first step, try to apply both evidences. The second step is to know which is the latest, which is the last evidence that abrogates the one before it. If we don't know the time, if we cannot tell which is which, then we have to refer to the third option, which is to try to know which one is more authentic. So if I have two evidences, one from the Qur'an, one from the Sunnah, and there is a conflict, and I cannot apply both, and I don't know which one is the latest, then I have to neglect the weakest one. And definitely Qur'an is of a higher level than the Sunnah. So I would immediately apply the Qur'an. If I have two hadiths, one in Al-Bukhari and one in Sunan Abi Dawood, definitely I would take the one in Al-Bukhari because it's more authentic than the one in Abi Dawood and so forth. If I could not determine which one is more authentic, now I can't apply the three options I had. I can't apply both, and I cannot don't know which one abrogates the other, and I cannot know which one is more authentic because they're both in the same level. They're both in Al-Bukhari, for example. Then the fourth thing is to stop, to halt. What does that mean? It means that I raise the white flag, saying that both evidences are authentic, and they are correct, and they are acceptable to me. But I cannot find the way to remove this contradiction. And I cannot find the way to remove this contradiction due to my knowledge, not due to something wrong with the evidences. And I would halt and stop until someone else who has more knowledge, or until someone else that Allah Azza wa Jal gives him success in knowing how to remove that conflict. These are the four steps one should apply whenever two evidences contradict or conflict. Now we go back again to the matter of intention. The easiest way to apply both is what the scholars say, that if the fasting is obligatory, then you have to have the intention of fasting before the break of dawn. If you're fasting Ramadan, if you're fasting make up for Ramadan, if you're doing expiation, if you're fasting a day or two because you vowed, you made a vow on yourself to fast them, then you have to have it prior to the break of dawn. But if you're fasting voluntary fast, preferable, commendable fast, for example, it's Monday, it's Thursday, and you wake up in the morning and it's you pray Fajr, you did not drink water, you did not eat anything after Adhan, after the call for Fajr, for the break of dawn, and you go to the mosque and you go back again, you go to sleep. You wake up at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's only 6 hours or 7 hours to sunset, and you feel good, you're full, and you're not thirsty. So you say, okay, why not? Let me continue the whole day fasting, as long as I did not consume or eat or drink anything. And this is acceptable because the Prophet did that, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So to apply both hadiths, you have to have the intention if the fasting is obligatory, and it is not essential. You don't have to have this intention if you are doing a commendable or a voluntary fasting. Time for the questions. Does anybody have any question here? Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask if it was preferable for a person who is traveling to do non-obligatory fasting.
Non-obligatory. Why do you fix it with non-obligatory? What about obligatory?
Well, both.
Okay. Scholars divide this into 3 stages. They classify people traveling and they're fasting during their traveling into 3 phases or 3 cases. The first case is if you fast during traveling, or if you fast during your illness, and this would cause your case to deteriorate in case of illness, or would give you great hardship and may affect your traveling. So this is case number 1. Scholars say you must break your fast. You must not fast. And I'll give you an example. An 16. Now this is considered advertising for an Air Force pilot. He's flying his aircraft, and he is in time of training, in time of war, drills. He should have 100% concentration. And it's a matter of fraction of a second. If he loses concentration, he may lose his life, he may lose the battle. So scholars say that if this guy fasts and it's going to affect his mission, it's going to affect his battle, it's going to affect his life, it's a must for him to break his fast. So this is case number one. If it affects you, it harms you, then you have to break your fast. Case number two, if you're traveling or you're ill, and if you fast, it's a little bit hard, but it's not harmful. There you will find some hardship. You would be a little bit tired of fasting, but you're okay, you're healthy, you can go through it. What with small or little hardship? Scholars say, no, it's commendable for you to break your fast. It's not a must, but it's commendable. And it's uncommendable for you to fast, because it's a gift from Allah. Allah, who told you to fast, is giving you a gift, telling you, no, as long as there is hardship, it's a little bit difficult, go ahead and break your fast. The third case is if you're traveling and there is no hardship, none whatsoever, as if you're taking a flight from one city to another, half an hour, or an hour, or 2 hours, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you don't feel a thing. Scholars have their differences in this case. Some of them say, no, you should take the gift of Allah and break your fast. Others say, no. As long as there is no hardship, no harm, and you find no difficulty, none whatsoever, it is better for you to fast. Why? They say, first of all, it makes it easy for you to fast with others. If you're in Ramadan and everybody else is fasting, and you fast that day, there's no hardship for you. Although you're traveling, you have the excuse, yet you insist on fasting because there is no hardship over you, then that's good, because it's easy to fast along side by side with others. When it is a little bit difficult to fast on your own. Imagine a month after Ramadan and you want to make up for that day, and you're the only one in the house who's fasting. You're the only one at work who's fasting. It's just a little bit difficult. And beside that, it is recommendable for you to fast during Ramadan while you are traveling, as long as you are awarded for the sake of the month. You're recommended. It's commendable for you to fast. Why? Because the month of Ramadan is a blessed month. So if you can have the chance to fast while traveling with no hardship, with no harm on you, there's nothing wrong with that. It's better than making up for that day in another month different or other than Ramadan. So there are the three cases. If it's harmful or it's bad for your health, it's completely haram for you to fast, whether traveling or ill. If it is not harmful, but it is hard and it's difficult, then it is not commendable. It is not preferable. It's better for you to break your fast. And finally, if there is no hardship, there's no harm, it's a piece of cake, then go ahead and fast, because this is better for you and you get the blessing of the holy month of Ramadan. I think this is all the time we have for today's session, and until we meet next time, fi amanillah, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.